Tonight we're on a massive attack. Hello, so welcome to my new video, and I don't know why I'm doing kind of weird voices, why not? So this is going to be a review video of the Saturday's Greatest Hits. I'm so happy they've got one. Even from day one I always wanted them to do one, and it's just, yeah, awesome. So it's out tomorrow. Should it be posted on Sunday, which I'm filming, so it'll be out tomorrow or tonight at midnight. The single for the Greatest Hits, What Are You Waiting For, is out now, so download it. I'll also post the iTunes links in the description so you can go and buy it legally and help them get some great sales. And yeah, so I'm going to go through the track listing and things and give my views on the songs, I guess. So, number one we have What About Us featuring Sean Paul, which was the first number one, which was released last year, and I think so that's a great song to start the greatest hits on, because that is the greatest hit sales wise, I guess. And well, I have to admit, when I did first hear it, it wasn't my favourite one. For me it was a grower for them, but I did grow to like it, and I can see why it went to number one, and it's a really good song, and Sean Paul makes it quite cool as well, so I really like that song. So number two we have Higher featuring Flo Rida. I think that one could have been the first one on the track listing as well, because you know the whole like, hey Flo Rida, Frankie, Marley, Una, Vanessa, Rochelle, we're still a Saturday girl. Yeah, like that bit could have been as like an intro to them, so I think that could have been good for number one on the track list as well. It's a great song. Only charted at number 10 back in, I think it was November 2010, and a lot of people like that song, and you would have thought it charted higher with quite a lot of their songs. And again, it's another really good upbeat dancey song that just makes you feel really good and just makes you want to get up and dance, and so that's another great song. Number three we had Ego, which was taken from the second album, Word Shaker. That was released January 2010 as a single. Again, another good upbeat song, a more pop song than dance, I guess, so that's a really good song. At that time it was very different for them as well, I think, and again, I admit, when I got that album, that was actually one of my least favourite songs, but it grew on me, and it's a really good song now. And yeah, so number four we have All Fired Up. You can guess that my opinion is on that one, hence my YouTube name. Yeah, pretty much my favourite song from them. A really thumping song, just makes you want to get up and dance again, and just, like I said in one of my videos, it's a song that makes you feel really sexy, and yeah, just makes you feel good about yourself, and it's an amazing song. Number five we have What Are You Waiting For, which is their current single. I like it, but when I first heard it, I really felt like it sounded a bit like of a mess for it to be able to be performed live, and it does go well with their greatest hits, but there's some other new tracks on the album, which also I'll get to, which I feel that could have been a better single to lead on the greatest hits. And it's by the same producers as All Fired Up, so again, dancing and things like that. It's a really good song, and it's good for 2013, especially where it's come out now, and the video is very summery, makes you feel like you're in the summer and go out and party or drink in the sun. It's a really feel good video. So yeah, number six we have Up, which was their second single back in 2008, October, just before their first album Chasing Lights came out. And before All Fired Up, that was like probably one of my favourite, probably top three maybe, Saturday singles. And it's, again, I wouldn't say it's like a dance club track, but it's a pop upbeat song, and I love the video. I love like the coloured tights. I love how the video is so colourful. It's just a really great song. And yeah, that's all we've got to say that one really. I just really love that song. Number 7 is Forever Is Over, which was released October 2009. It's a more pop rock sound, which is very different for a girl group, I'd say. And it was originally meant for Kelly Clarkson, and I can kind of hear that a bit, but I'm glad the Saturdays have done it. It's a very different song for them. It was also their first song that nearly that's just quite good enough, but nearly went to number 1, you know. Clearly people liked it, and again, like I said, it was a very different song for them, but I really enjoy it, and it's a great song, a great breakup song, and just about saying that, you know, forever is over, you know, our relationship's over, but doesn't mean I'm going to let it affect me, and so it's a really good message in the song as well. Number 8, we have Issues, which was their 3rd single, released in January 2009, and it was their first ballad as a single. It got a bit of controversy regarding lyrics, because in the album version, lyrics are, can't decide whether I should slap you or kiss you, but for some reason I thought people might mistake it for stab, so that's changed it to leave you or kiss you, and so that got a bit of thing, but that got their highest charting position at that time, which it went to number 4, and it's a great slowie to listen to, you know, because not a lot of girl bands do ballads that much, I guess, or, you know, people tend to criticise the ballads, I guess, and whereas I love a ballad, I love a great ballad. Number 9, we have Disco Love, which was a top 5 hit in 2013, last year, and it's a really sugary pop song. It's just so light-hearted, it just makes you smile, it's just such a great pop song, and different from the stuff that was out in the charts at the time, I think, and it was just a really great song. It stands out. And yeah, so number 10, we have Notorious, one of my favourite songs. It's one of those songs where I keep coming back to because it's just so amazing. And it was their first single from the On Your Radar album in 2011. And it's got a more R&B feel, which was kind of different again for them back then. And it's just about, you know, having a good time in the club and just not taking yourself too seriously. I'm going to dance however I like, I don't care who's watching, what people say. And the video, the video is so sexy. And again, it's another song that makes me feel sexy. I just love dancing to it, and it's just amazing. Number 11, we have Missing You, which was a top 3 hit in 2010. Was number 1 in the midweeks, but got beaten, sadly. But quite a lot of critics didn't like the song because of the auto-tune that was used in it, but I don't understand that, because, you know, quite a lot of songs now, people use auto-tune and people don't really say anything like that. They just say, oh, it's a great song, it doesn't matter. But for some reason they were digging at the Saturdays about it, but I just felt it was a great song, the lyrics are amazing, like, I miss missing you, so it's great. And I wouldn't say it's a ballad, but I wouldn't say it's upbeat either, so I'd say it's kind of like a mid-tempo kind of ballad, I guess, but with a beat, and I love those sort of songs. That's my summer chill-out song, so one of my favourites. Number 12, we have Work. It's a fan favourite, definitely. It only reached 22 in the UK back in June 2009. I think it's because, you know, it was the 5th single from the album, so pretty much everybody bought the album, they already had that song, and but it's just an amazing song. I think it's definitely underrated, but definitely a fan favourite. So number 13, we have Not Giving Up. Again, another fan favourite, but didn't chart as well. It definitely should have charted higher than it did. It's such an amazing song. I'd say it's a All Fired Up Part 2 sort of song. It's amazing. It's a great dance track, and probably seen a clip of it as well on the Chasing the Saturdays TV programme, and I love the video with the lights and everything. Kind of tempted me to get the lights up from my kitchen. Number 14 we have 30 Days, a song that almost stood on its own because it was released so close after the On Your Radar album, but it wasn't on that, and but then it was put onto their Living for the Weekend album, which was about a year and a half later, and I think again that's one of my least favourite songs. You know, it's an okay song, but it just kind of felt a bit underwhelming, I guess, as a single, so I can understand why they almost left it off of an album. Number 15 we have a new track called 808. It's a really great song, I love the lyrics. Again, it's another upbeat song. It sounds kind of similar to What About Us, kind of, and lyrics are a bit feisty, I feel. You know, got a bit of Rochelle kind of rapping in there. I feel this is one that should have been the lead single. I think it's more catchy, it's more immediate, and it's not overproduced or anything like that, and it's just a great song. Number 16 we have Gentleman. It's another song which I feel okay about. It's a good song, but for it to follow What About Us, which was their number one, you know, I feel that they took a bit too much of a risk with this song, and so I think it would stand well as a, you know, standout maybe album track, but I feel it was a bit weak as a single choice. Not to say that I don't like it, but especially to follow a number one single, I think they needed something, maybe possibly Disco Love, that would have been better to follow that. And so yeah, number 17 we have If This Is Love, which is their first single. I love the video in that one. It's so colourful, it has their name in lights, and it's kind of a bit of a representation about where they are now, which is quite ironic, I guess, for their first single. And it samples a song, don't know what it is, it's like a 70s song, I don't know, but it's another pop track, and it's a great song. I love to dance to it. Basically all these songs I like to dance to, really. So released July, is it June or July 2008, so what, 6 years? Wow, it makes me feel old. So it came out when I was 14. Oh. Number 18 we have another new song called Walking Through the Desert. It's a slightly different sound for them now. It's kind of not quite a dance track. I don't really know what genre to call it, really, but for me, like, I think especially at the beginning it sounds similar to When Love Takes Over by Kelly Rowland, which is funny enough because they've done that as a cover track. So yeah, it is a good song though. Took more to grow on me than 808 did, but it's still an amazing song. Number 19 we have the ballad My Heart Takes Over, which is one of my favourites from them. It's just such a beautiful song, and just lyrics, they're really deep, meaningful lyrics when you listen to it, and it really hits you. And it only reached number 15 on the charts because they didn't really do much promotion because Una was away having a baby at the time, and definitely a very underrated song in my opinion. It's a great ballad, which, you know, girl bands hardly do amazing ballads, and so I think that's just, I think it's just a crime for it to be that underrated, really. And the last song on the album we have their cover of Just Can't Get Enough, which was their Comic Relief song in 2009. It's the first Comic Relief song not to get to number one, but it's not to say it was just them, it just kind of declined a bit, and I think people don't really go for those. Well, obviously it's good for a great cause, but I don't think people see that. They don't really make the song the big thing, so they don't tend to do well that much anymore. But again, it's one of my lower favourites, but it's still a great song to sing. I love singing it at karaoke. It's a great song to get people kind of like dancing and things like that. And again, a feel-good track. And so that's a track listing, and on the deluxe edition you get extra 19 songs, I think, for the B-sides from the singles, and so it's basically like a whole nother album if you've never had those before. And they're great songs. There's some songs in there which I feel like, why wasn't it a single? But with this greatest hits, I think it is the right time for them. You know, they've had 5 albums, and it's a great, you know, mark to make, you know, for the first chapter, because, you know, they say they're not splitting up, because people automatically think that, especially in the UK, and I think, oh, because they're releasing a greatest hits, they're going to split up, or things like that. And so I think it's a great, they've got a great discography, however you pronounce that, I can't pronounce that word, but you know, it's got a range there, and it never bores me, to be honest. I always listen to them. I listen to them every day. They always make me feel really good, and that's why that, you know, that they're my favourite band ever. And they've got such likeable personalities as well. I think that's what makes them a great band as well. You can tell that they get on in things, and just, but again, it's just amazing songs, really. Definitely my favourite band, but definitely I feel that they're underrated or kind of overlooked, I guess, and not appreciated enough. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. I don't know how long this has gone on for, but thank you for watching and just hearing me say it's a good song throughout the whole thing. But yeah, so if you liked it, and give me your opinions about each song, and yeah, thank you, and I'll see you soon.